Better now. Mhm. Oh, with the posting of Father say, my cousin, I post on it. Hey, my brother, good evening. Good evening. Good morning, Clark. Good morning. Where's that your man comment? Good evening. Happy Independence Day. Good evening. Good evening, Danny Osagi. I greet you. Good evening, Uzugo. I greet you. Good evening. Hey, my people, I greet you. Williams, I greet you. Ah. Hey, good evening. Good evening, Ismail. I greet you. Hello, everybody. Happy Independence Day. Thank you so much for joining. So a lot of people were saying we should talk about the Obi rally, and some other people are also saying that, I don't know, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. It's fine. I greet you. Good evening. The funny thing is, I'm looking for where I myself will comment, and so that I can post the link. Good evening, Chike. Good evening. I'm kind of at a crossroad here because I'm using my smartphone and I'm not seeing where to post the comment, that I can share the link. Okay. Now. Yeah. So I've shared the link. Good evening, everybody. Please help me to share the link. Yeah, I've shared the link finally. Good evening. So, I told you guys I want it to be interactive. So we can talk about everything that is going on today. And especially the Independence Day that was kind of beclouded or overtaken or, made very energetic with the obedient movement. Good evening, everybody. Happy Independence. So, and everybody will agree that the good thing that is coming out of this obedient movement And it's been, these matches that we are seeing, it kind of brought about everybody celebrating Nigeria, basically. So, yeah, like Nigeria was in the mouth of everybody today, whether you love her, whether you don't like her. Everything Nigeria was everywhere, all over the world. I've seen videos from London. I saw videos from Ghana. I've seen video from different cities across Nigeria. And, like I also seen a video that was kind of dubbed. It was a video of something that was going on in in Havana, in Cuba. And somebody thought it was necessary, uh, you know, to kind of manipulate that video and use it to create an impression. So that was very, very unnecessary, because the real videos are everywhere. Why would you want to kind of interject something like that? You know. So yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if the audio is clear enough. Obedient and Obi crazy day. I mean, that would have been that would have been another good topic. Maybe we'll leave it for tomorrow. Fear catch me. Yeah, it is true. Although it's perfect. Okay, thank you. So guys, I've shared the link. Anybody that wants to join, you can join, You can join. So I've shared the links. Yeah, I've shared the link. Yeah, so good evening, everybody. Happy Independence Day. The question is Nigeria independent? Are we really independent? Can you imagine so there are still bingo at this time. These ones are irredeemable. There's nothing anybody can do about them. Anybody that is still bingo by now, you know your case. Your case na Baba God hand the day. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. So welcome, my people. Good evening. You're welcome to this live video once again. Don't forget that you have to click the like button, share the video, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Subscribe here on my page on Facebook. Hit the like button and support with stars, support with thanks, and share the video. Make it interactive. Join the stream. When I open the stream and say you can join, I really mean it. You can join. It's not for some special people. You can also join. Hey, my brother Chimeze, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Happy Independence.
Yeah. Happy.
Good evening, Sunday.
Good evening.
It's not independent. Talk more. Yeah, I can agree with you. But I feel like the independence is the first step. My brother, you're very much welcome. So today I want us to explore our independence. Up until today, when we say independence, some people used to be very angry with me and you and all of us, and they will say, what is there to be really used to be kind of taken aback and like made to feel stupid that we are even daring to be optimistic about Nigeria. But today we are seeing something very different. It was okay to be Nigerian. It was okay to say happy independence. And we saw the obedient movement interwoven with the Nigerian Independence Day, and you could actually call it an Obi-crazy day today, and it was just kind of reverberating all across Nigeria, many cities, in those states. I mean, outside of the Southeast, everywhere was kind of booming with this Obi-crazy today. And some people were actually not happy about it. And as a matter of fact,
one of them.
I
am one of the persons who wasn't happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me just finish so I don't lose my chain of thought. Some people are not happy about it and like allow us to celebrate Nigeria in peace. Don't kind of interject this whatever you're doing with Nigeria with our movement, our Independence Day. But it was just kind of um, interwoven, and you can see all over the country. I saw Lagos, I saw Bauchi, I saw Kaduna, videos from Kaduna, I saw videos from Edo State, from um where else from Lagos, of course, from Lagos, different parts of Lagos, was Agog, and in Festac, in Amuodofi. It was like wow, it was like a carnival, like I mean, it made the whole celebration energetic, and everybody can say that today, if you have not heard of Nigeria for a long time in a positive light, that Nigerians are actually talking about Nigeria. I mean, I feel this is my feeling, but it's open to discussion. So, my brother, you're welcome. I can't hear you. I think you mute
About that,
yourself.
my mic. Yeah, sorry. Good evening once again, and thank you to everyone listening to Blessed At least in my own right, I did make a post today
Okay.
about the political rally. Every country must have patriotic citizens.
Okay.
As long as Nigeria is concerned, 1st October remains an all important day that marks our independence. Yes, we're in the wind heading to 2023 general elections. Using today, you know, the Labour Party, I don't know if they're in support, but they cannot control it. For the obedience, using today as a political rally is a slap on Nigerians.
Okay.
They need to accept it. Because today marks the day the founding fathers, those who sacrificed and fought from Pan-African to independence, is an all-important day.
Mm.
Yes, in any shape or form, it could be a carnival, it could be march past. I know march past were held at various states, even at the federal level. But for the obedient seizing this opportunity to do a political rally is unpatriotic. That
Okay. That's also an interesting
is
uh,
this can
perspective.
only
Yeah.
happen in a client like Nigeria. It wouldn't happen in America.
Mm.
Nobody, even if America is in an election, I'm not talking because of the age of democracy. Nobody would tamper with 4th of July. That is the day they celebrate their independence.
Mm. Mm.
I don't want to compare apple to orange. It's like coming to my wedding and you're using my wedding for your own personal party. It's not going to go down well with me. But at the same time, I thank the state, various security agencies, the federal government for not interfering. And most
Good
of them
evening, Arthur.
have a thing to celebrate. They let them have their way. I'm not trying to sound politically correct, but this is me in my own thinking. Why October 1st? There are many days before February elections. They can have as much political rally, sensitization work as much as they want. Why October 1st? Does it mean that they are more patriotic than other Nigerians? This is a day where we need to observe the sacrifices of our heroes. There is a tradition before 2022. Like yesterday, I had a conversation with my elder brother. I said, you know what? We miss our childhood, which today most children have, October 1st, we march. Like I was born in Port Harcourt, we go to Civic Center. We walk on foot all the way. You can go out and come back. Missing child wasn't much of a thing. But today, can school children have the same privilege? At my age, still running around in Diobu, we play street football, all those things. So for me, for the organizers, they have been insensitive. Nigeria is a project. It belongs to all Nigerians. But like I said, they've done what they need to do. And that does not mean Labour Party is winning the election. I don't want to digress.
Okay.
That does not mean they are winning the election. Rather, they are building more castles in the air.
Okay.
You know, I feel hot as a Nigerian. October 1st. Now, I say this. Everybody's having a rally, but nobody's elevating the conversation. What type of Nigeria are we expecting come 2023? Is it throwing our support behind our candidates? Or are we going to come out with a clear-cut discussion that this is what we want? We want a functional society. We want a society where rule of law will be strictly adhered to, where police brutality will minimize, it will not go away. Because in every country, there's a form of police brutality. In London, about a month ago, a black guy was shot dead. But then, the ICPC are investigating it.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe, do you think it would have made a difference if, for example, they went into the Tafawa Balewa Square where they were having the official celebrations and kind of partook in it? Because I was seeing a video of the actual official event. It was empty. There was nobody there. So it was not interesting for the people. So the people were more interested to go into the rallies and be part of that.
You see, I'll say this, they may not understand the implications of their actions and inactions. It is dividing Nigeria on two parallel lines. I mean, we all can.
Chika is there. If you want to come, the link is there. You can join.
Every Nigerian can drop their political affiliation for today. Let's observe our independence. You may decide to go to the stadium or watch it on air, but then, for once, can we just drop 1st October? It's 1st October. It's our independence. It's not meant for political rally. And that is the thing they missed out. And when I saw a group of Nigerians gathering in Trafalgar Square, in fact, for them wearing a T-shirt with Labour Party logo and claim they're celebrating Independence Day. I mean, Nigerian symbol of honor is a flag and a coat of arms, not Labour Party logo. If you claim you're celebrating Independence Day, then you must abide by the symbol of authority on which Nigeria sovereignty stands on, that coat of arms. Not Labour Party logo, not APC, no political party logo. So for them, infusing all this.
I get your point. But we can say that it's an opinion. It's not cast in stone. You understand me? This is, for example, like the general feeling that this is how something is going to be done. It's not legislated to say this is the law, for example. The link is there, Chinwu, but the link is at the beginning.
Yeah, there may not be a piece of law guiding it, but then Nigeria is 62 years old. There's what they call deviance. They can just give Nigeria that respect. Nigeria is a country. Let all Nigerians for once. Now, the question is this. If we can be having this division, what when election results are announced and it doesn't go the way of Labour Party? That means, are we going to keep having so much crisis in Nigeria? And see, the build-up of our politics and after politics, these are two different things. A candidate will emerge.
Yeah. I get what you mean. But I'm saying that, maybe they shouldn't have done that. Maybe, it wasn't the right thing to do. But, now they have done it and it's official. What's done is done.
As well as on May 29th, they can as well do a rally on May 29th.
Yeah. I mean, today, this is what we woke up to see. It was the reality we saw, we witnessed today. You understand? So I mean, maybe going forward, it can be maybe they can learn from today and say, okay, maybe this is not the way we should go forward in days to come. But for today, this is the reality that will be held in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria. So, in a way that they kind of coupled this independence celebration with their political rally, and maybe because there's no law, even though there
I,
is a
I,
feeling that it shouldn't be. But
there's so
if there's no law stopping them, so it's not a matter of how you feel about it.
the question for me is, what was the motive behind it? In every action, there's a motive. The organizers had a motive.
Okay.
Was the motive to counter Nigerians and Nigeria Independence Day? They should come out clear to say it. The organizers, they are all educated, men and women of noble professions, well vested in knowledge, people held in high esteem. This was not something organized by people who could say they are the lower cadre of the society. No. So they need to explain, not to me, but they have a motive. And for me, the only thing I could understand, their motive was to counter Nigerian Independence Day celebration. It's as simple as ABCD. It's as simple as
Yeah,
ABCD.
I get what you mean. I mean that what makes any difference is if something is legal and someone is doing something illegal. So if it is based on morality, everybody's window of morality is different. You understand me?
I will say this. I'm not a fan of President Buhari, but on
Mm.
this occasion, I salute his calmness. And to the Lagos State government, I say thank you. The agreement was to not converge at Tollgate, which the organizers agreed to. I mean, if Nigerians were to elevate this conversation with this, it could even be counterproductive on their motive. At the end of the day, what are they telling Nigerians? You are trying to bring a political party which, if I use the word, whatever that is left of Nigeria, they want to destroy it.
Mm.
It's fragile. They need to understand.
Yeah.
Our unity is fragile. They have done it. Go home, with euphoria and the excitement. What about other Nigerians? We need to learn how to respect the sensitivity of our country.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this day, okay, they should as well on Armed Forces Remembrance Day in January. I can't remember the exact date. They should as well organize a rally.
Okay.
They should as
We
well
have
look
a
at
guest.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, they should as well look at the Nigerian calendar. Every important date before May 29th, and on May 29th, they should organize a political rally.
Okay.
We are not Nigerians. They are the only Nigerians. They are the only patriotic citizens. They are the only.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, to be honest,
What about if the motive is basically to sell themselves to win the election? It's like goose, and you feel like the market may be more acceptable on a day like this.
even
And
now,
you want to take advantage of the day and make your advert.
the OB movement is seen all over the place. Even before the official date, which was September last month, they've been doing their rallies. Nobody interferes. I mean, even the OB movement is helping the political space. Politicians are sitting up.
Mm.
The PDPs are admitting it. Only APC is trying to live in denial. They're taking for granted. Which political parties taking them for granted is at their own peril. Because the OB movement, I call it the people's movement. This is Nigerians of all, religion, ethnicity, creed coming together to stand behind Labour Party.
Yeah.
And it's clear. They want a new Nigeria.
Yeah. All right, let's give our brother a chance. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Yes, good evening. Good evening to every Nigerian, both in Nigeria and in the diaspora. Happy Independence Day to everyone all over the world. I pray that we keep this country together in with one love and and brotherliness.
Yeah.
There's no other country other than this country.
Yeah.
We just all have to come together. We can't say because we speak different languages or we are of different religion that there are people with different religion in Europe and America.
Yeah.
And they still hold their country dear.
Yeah.
They don't castigate their people the way we do ours. They don't. Even if you want to talk down on your leader, yes, anyone that presents himself for public office, could be talked to anyhow.
Yeah.
But let us not, denigrate our country.
Yeah.
Don't let us talk bad about our armed forces.
Yeah.
Our flag, as my guy, Mr. Henry, said earlier, that in whatever guys we want to, promote our candidates, today is 1st of October, we should, raise our flag. Nigerian flag should be our symbol of celebration today.
Yeah.
And we should honor it.
Yeah.
So, all in all, I wish everyone happy Independence Day. I pray that Nigeria will be better than it is now and will live in peace and harmony in Nigeria together. Thank you.
Ashe. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's somebody that was saying, hey, bring somebody that have sense. I say, you are full of sense. Come and tell us what is full of your sensible head now. That you will be in the chat and be throwing insult,
You see, blessed, and let me just say this quickly. Most people do not understand what causes division in a country. I don't want to emphasize this, overflog the issue. This simple action can only come from a group that, like the other guests have said, that do not believe in the Nigerian project.
I mean, for one, I don't know that I saw the Nigerian flag in all of those rallies. I don't think I saw the Nigerian flag. So you have a point there, actually.
I mean, they should wait. I think the Air Forces Remembrance Day is January. I don't know the exact date. Let them take it as a rally.
Mendes.
Nobody's gonna stand on their way. They should mark it as a rally day as well. And we are not talking about a date that is not important in the Nigerian calendar. When I look at the Nigerian calendar, official calendar, I can see 1st October, May 29th, Remembrance Day. These dates are set aside. At least, let's for once put our political differences aside. Let's hold our hands side by side and work as a people who wants a new Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay. I get your point. And I hope people are not misunderstanding you. Chimeze is not against the obedience movement or the rally in of itself. He's only saying that the way you kind of merged it to a very important celebration like the independence, where Nigeria as a country supposed to be talked about, their gains, their losses, where they are at, that conversation was kind of taken back and was interjected with the agenda of one political party, not the whole political party. So, just kind of made it a one-sided thing. Like, maybe you want to say that those people who are in the obedience movement are the only Nigerians and the others are not. Like, it's kind of bringing a kind of something that can lead people to think in a divisive manner. So I think that is something that one can take into consideration for the future. But as of today, it has happened, and the people have gone out to rally, and they have not broken any law. And whatever they did and how they went about their day was peaceful and legal. and it's something that, okay, they can learn from it and move forward. And I think that the only motive that you will think that they will have is to propel labor to the national level and to make sure that the labor candidate wins the election by projecting him onto the national
Bless them.
independence day,
Bless them. If I may
Yeah.
come in here, you see the Obidati movement and whatever. You see the way they have been going about this their OB thing is really somehow, because as you said, their 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 rallies, their rallies is they've been calling it 1 million man march, whatever. The other day they said they were in Jos and they had a
So
10
our
million.
brother is
They
saying
had
that
about
they actually use the national flag. So that must be a mistake on my side. So tomorrow I'll be able to show the video so we can take a look at the video for
I didn't see
ourselves.
anywhere today. I didn't see all the rallies I've been seeing today. I didn't see anywhere where they raised the Nigerian flag.
Hey, good evening, Jerome. Yeah.
I didn't see anywhere where they raised the Nigerian flag. As now it's been kind of, they made it look like an ethnic campaign. They made it to look like an ethnic campaign. It's been designed in such a way that, like now, if election, by the time election will come up, we'll discover that Obi doesn't, the Labour Party don't have members in the states, in many states in Nigeria. They don't have members at the very, very grassroots level. The party itself is it's not a functional party. It's a party that's been in the doldrum since it was created. Now Obi coming into it, it's when Obi people just the way it is. By the time we conduct election, if eventually Obi wins, I don't think Obi will have up to 10 House of Rep members and up to 10 senators in the whole federation.
Well, I
Not
don't
to
know.
talk of governors.
I don't know. Like,
Yes,
if the way I'm looking at this movement now, I feel like there are a lot of people that are also using, clinging onto this movement. And I'm looking at it that if the movement is going to be successful, a lot of people will be able to get into the house, into into state house of assembly. I feel like there's actually going to be a lot of portfolios that will achieve success if like it's a probability. I'm looking at that possibility. Yeah.
This movement is popular because of social media and the way it's been projected. That okay, now we are here, they are doing rallies, everybody's aware of the rally, but most people are just letting them be. They are not causing problems, they are not attacking anybody. So
Yeah,
they are
and
who they
I
are. They are
wanted to
taking.
also respond to something you said that it's looking like an ethnic something. From my own
Yes,
observation, I'm not seeing that ethnic something there because I'm seeing people from Bauchi. Like I said, I've seen a video from Bauchi. I've seen a video from Edo State, and I've seen a video in Lagos, in different parts of Lagos. And I've seen even people who are not from the southeast. Yeah, there was also videos from Akwa Ibom, for example, like the Obidem in Akwa Ibom, in
yes.
different parts of the country.
Bless them. In most of the places where you see them going about their their march, 80 to 90% of the population of those marching on the road are from a particular part of the country. You know that. It's obvious.
Are you
Yes,
trying to say that
that
the
is
population we are seeing in Lagos, for example, are all people who are from outside of Lagos State?
correct. No, not from Lagos. They reside in Lagos. But look at the
Yeah.
picture. Look at the picture we saw today. Look at the video we saw today. The population is not. You can't say they are up to 5,000. They are not even more than 2,000. They are not up to 2,000. But
No,
really,
I think they are in their thousands. Yeah, at
Let's
least.
in their thousands, they
Yeah.
are in their thousands. And if you look at them, they are not even they are not up to 1/4 of the population of the southeasterners we have in Lagos. Those on the
can
road today.
I say something?
Let's hear from Henry.
My problem is
Okay.
this. Any Nigerian should understand our unity is very fragile. And
You sure?
we are divided on so many faulty lines. This particular rally today, they may not understand. It is deepening those faulty lines along political affiliation. I mean, this is the exact game these politicians are playing. Why should my generation toe the same line? I want us to be different. I have seen all this. Okay, now, there are videos, there are pictures. Obi went to see Wike 2 days ago in Port Harcourt. And Wike said this is the second time he's meeting Obi. Now, I was not there, but I can say this hands on heart. Whatever they are discussing is their personal interest, win or lose, not about the ordinary Nigerian.
Yes, Mr. Henry, that is why, immediately after the election, you will see that all these divisions,
Sir, please.
All the divisions will fizzle out.
Let me tell
because the division is only
enable your audio and your camera so that
the
you can
division.
comment.
Sir, please let me just say
The division is only okay. The division is only on political line, business-wise and cultural-wise. We are not divided. In fact, we are not even divided. But on political front, you can see that we are saying this is this, this is this, and the politicians are really, taking advantages of this.
Now, let me say this: Nigerian politicians, 1999, they've built a sort of political system which is not documented. You see, every politician is going to visit these former military heads of state, and these are the same people that put Nigeria in this quagmire we are today. So, if my candidate Kwankwaso is going around visiting these people to get their endorsement or consent or whatever, then Kwankwaso, you're simply not different from the problem. We want to see a total shift, not business as usual. Now, Obasanjo trying to have a meeting with them. Last time he held a meeting in London, Obi was present, PC guys were present. What we were discussing, their interest. Because Obasanjo wants to secure his asset and his empire. That is his interest. He did something with AP. Even let me go back to 2003 when he was the president. He cut a deal with then AD, Tinubu's party, for them not to present a presidential candidate. Now, let me go back to when Obasanjo, the presidential library. Where is it today? 2015, we saw the role he played. Then he was the APC, what do they call him? Their navigator. At the end of the day, he wants to be all over the place. We need a political that will really please, sir.
Mr. Henry, sorry. Okay. No, sorry. You see, with time, these old politicians will fizzle out. And I'm sure with Buhari will be our last former military head of state to come in again as a civilian head of state.
Sir, 1 minute. So the point I wanted to make is this: if the totally behind a candidate, I'm not saying you shouldn't pay homage to this elder statesman when he's within their community, but doing the same thing the other politicians are doing, going to see them one after the other, even Abu Salami. I mean, these are people that, if you permit me to use the word, messed up Nigeria. You don't have to have a meeting with them. The Nigerian populace are behind you, seeing you as that face of change. So do not be a face of change in the day and a different face at night. Like you rightly said, people need to go and look at the list from INEC. NPP, out of the 900 senatorial districts, they have candidates in all. Labour Party, how many candidates have we got? Now, my worry is this. Personally, if Obi wins, I'll be happy. But my concern is this as a Nigerian. Is he going there to compromise if he's been threatened with impeachment?
Because he will definitely compromise.
Because whether people like it or not, we need not just the president, we need a total overhaul from the presidency to the Senate to House of Rep and to our various local governments, House of Assemblies, and state governors. Now the question is, will he go there to dance to their tune, or will he be on the side of Nigerians? And that is no question anyone is asking. For me, I mean, I don't have an issue with anybody. The only thing I have an issue is this: let us not walk the same path these politicians have walked, and they've divided us. It is okay, you can support any political party, but let's have a conversation. You see, not until APC and PDP are able to campaign side by side, they will not come a long way. Campaign shouldn't be a thing of, violence or getting into each other's space. No. If today, October 1st, what I was expecting, is for us to have various conversations. Nigeria as 62, the journey so far, the challenges, way forward. Let's profile solutions. Let's discuss. And at the end of the day, I'm just an individual. They've done their bit, but they should understand not every Nigerian will come out to speak. Not everyone want to make, their displeasure known. But holding a rally on October 1st.
Sorry, please, I have to go now.
All right.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm still here. I'm
Yeah. No, I've viewed that. I don't have much. At the end of the day, I've just made my point. No, and I'm not afraid to say it, and I'll still say it, and I still maintain.
Yeah.
I even pray Labour wins the presidency, so that I know I've said this to my friends. I want him to win, so that every Nigerian will come to understand that we need a lot to change Nigeria. A country where an accountant general will fleece the treasury up to the tune of 86 billion. What everyone should know, there was no system in place.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen billions going left, right, and center. At the end of the day, nobody is discussing the Nigerian issue. None of the political parties is grounded on ideology.
Yeah.
He went, I don't want to focus on Obi so much, but his interview so far shows his mindset, his understanding. Yeah. He's even disconnected with his supporters. I have to admit it. On a interview, when he was asked, the interviewer made his question very clear. I think the interviewer was trying to get from the interviewee, which is Obi, is a policy statement that this is his direction. And he said he has no political, his political ideology is not different from that of Atiku.
I think for he's kind of seen.
He's playing a soft landing.
No, I think that for him, his own ideology is he's just feeling like we don't have any ideology basically, but we all want to do something for Nigeria, and we are trying to do that through different roads. And my own road towards that goal is Labour Party, and Atiku's road is PDP, and Tinubu's road towards achieving that. He's just saying it like that. I feel like that's what he was trying to say. Like he didn't. I don't know. Is it that he didn't understand the question, or he didn't want to answer it in that way? But I feel like what he was just trying to say, that we are coming to save Nigeria, or to deliver Nigeria, or to do good, better, and we are arriving with different vehicles, and my own vehicle is Labour and his own is PDP, but at the core maybe there's not anything different,
which is nobody's bringing anything new to the table. What Nigeria needs at this time in place. You see, I've always said this to any Nigerian: mention that country in the world you feel is making progress, and tell me what the difference is. They have a system in place.
And I think someone, one of our, he said, if nothing else, Obi is bringing people together, unlike the others. I feel like we cannot categorically say this now. It's too early. But I feel like we can still give Obi that credit and the obedient movement a lot of credit, because at the
Absolutely.
beginning, everybody just kind of thought that, waiting, nothing, and then, like you said, ignore them at your own peril.
Yeah. And him having meetings. Yeah, politicians are free to have meetings, but Nigeria is the only country where you see members of APC. Now let
So
me
finally, you made it.
now
Yes, I've been taking my time to join the group.
let me just make this clearly. I based in the UK. There are few politicians that they come from Labour Party, formed on our party. Now they are completely out of politics. A good example is Chuka Umunna. These are political parties grounded on ideology. When I look at the faces of all these politicians, even when you look at the Labour Party now, you see Osita and Victor Ume, who has been a parliamentarian for more than 8 years with no track record. I mean, he cannot say this is the bill he sponsored or these are the laws he sponsored. Today he's gone to Labour Party. He wants to use the OB effect to get to the Senate. And these are things we need to look at critically, with a critical view, not emotion, not sentiment. For me personally, I use my head in politics, not my heart, not emotions. At the end of the day, yes, Nigeria can be great, but we need robust system, a robust National Assembly. We do not want a repeat of a rubber stamp National Assembly that will okay everything the president says. I do not,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, I get your point, but you have to agree with me that a lot of people move with the emotion, and this is what is where we have right now, and we have a situation like you rightly said that it's not based on ideology. So you cannot hold only one person on that. You understand?
Yeah,
Like, eme nwata ka emere ibe ya kind of something. So you cannot say only Peter Obi is not holding or based on an ideology. Where is also the ideology of Atiku, for example?
all
No,
the political.
like where, so I feel like the traction the movement have kind of shown, exhibited, is what is actually, bringing up all this, I feel like this is actually punch lines for opposition, so I would see it like you are opposition of labor, and this will be your punch line, and say, and it's factual, it's true. And in politics, you use what you have, you explore your own facts or evidence, you understand? So it is left for the OB people to counter your own argument and say, no, we don't see it like this. So I get your point. You're welcome, my brother. Chikeze, the floor is yours.
Yeah, good evening. Chikezi. I'm happy to join this program tonight. First of all, I want to say something because when Henry came, that was when I joined him, and there was something he said concerning the what happened in Nigeria today. Okay, Henry, my brother, I want to tell you something. I never knew you are in UK, though you are not in Nigeria. I have lived in Asia. I have lived in Europe too, but now I'm in Nigeria with my family. Okay, so if you are here for the past few years and you have been here for more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you will understand that the people are no longer concerned about what will happen, but they believe in what they want to see as a result of the change in Nigeria. Today is supposed to be a public holiday, 1st of October, but people are no longer interested in celebrating the 1st October. They are here, they are feeling lots of pain, and they feel that these people who is giving them this lots of pain are the people who is playing the games of October 1st, Democracy Day, which is not working in Nigeria. I want you to believe that in Nigeria there is no democracy. Nothing is democratic in Nigeria. the police, the politicians themselves, everything in Nigeria, there is no democracy in Nigeria. And the people have come to believe that nothing works here. Me, I'm here. I
So you
studied
are
in
kind of,
abroad.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Bless,
are you saying that it was a protest?
blessed can I just say, can I just use 1 minute just to say something?
Okay.
Yes.
To change Nigeria, first stand in the mirror and change the person you see in the mirror. Right? Changing Nigeria is a collective effort. Every Nigerian should stand in the mirror and ask themselves, this person I'm seeing in the mirror needs to change. A change of mindset, a change of thinking, and a renewed belief in Nigeria. Yeah. Now, when we say Nigeria is not working, it's not just the federal government, individuals are involved. The same people complaining are the same Nigerians that go to import substandard products to saturate the markets. The same Nigerians that claim Nigeria is not working are the very corrupt civil servants who break their... I am coming. You see, my brother, living in the UK.
No. I want to give you a point. Who are those people at the borders? Are they not the government? Who are those customs at the border? Are they not government? Who are those people collecting the bribe to get those goods in Nigeria? Are they not the government?
Okay, let me say this.
Are the citizens working at the borders? You are there, you know. If you are bringing adulterated products in Nigeria, who is collecting the bribe to bring them into Nigeria? That's the question.
Bribing.
So you say the government,
right?
Wait. Let me ask a question. Are you kind of separating the citizens from the government?
It's give and take. Somebody, you see, let me tell you this, my brother. Now, when you look at NDLA, yeah, Bameyi is there to do a thorough cleanup.
Yeah.
And these drug barons have been in Nigeria prior to this time. Now, I think you saw the videos of, so much hard drugs seized in a warehouse in Lagos. How many drug barons has been arrested so far this year? Now, Abakari, who is under arrest and in prison, is a full animal like, the DG of NDLA. The person that did that sting operation is an Hausa man. Nobody cried ethnicity, right? Now, it's the same Nigerians who lives by the law when they leave Nigeria, come into Nigeria to break the law. The same Nigerians who know he cannot drink and drive in the UK would get drunk and get behind the wheels. My brother, the same Nigerian is a Nigerian that goes, to manufacture substandard bottled water to distribute, knowing that he is spreading cholera. Let me tell you a personal story. This happened to my dad. Breathwith Memorial Hospital, River State, right? He had prostate enlargement. To get a sample of what they use for test, it's not, it's not something to do with syringe. They had to insert from his anus, got a sample, which is a very painful procedure. Now he went to the lab, same BMH. This is a government hospital in Port Harcourt. Gave them the sample because they paid for the lab fee over the counter. They did not conduct that test. They handwrote it. His saving grace, they made a mistake on his age. When he took his result, he went back to the doctor. When the doctor looked at it, the age wasn't, they wrote 65. My dad is close to 80. That was his saving grace. And from that result, he should have gone for surgery, and that would have been the end of everything. But this is something that can be controlled under medication. What happened? They now to, refer him to a private lab center somewhere in Rumola. Is it not Nigerians that work in federal medical centers that distribute? My brother, you see, when we want to talk about Nigeria, the government has its own role to play. Every Nigerian, myself included, most of these people claim to be the new Nigerian. Most of them do not merit their admissions. Most of them cannot even defend their certificate. Most of them, their parents paid bribes to get them into university when they don't deserve it. We need to fix Nigeria. That should be our watchword. Everybody. Nobody is exempted. Every Nigerian.
Yeah, and my brother Chimezie, you are making a mistake by.
Can I say something? Because
Okay,
I've been listening to him as I came. I made
okay,
my point, and from asking me question, and he continued, and I was listening. I'm a good listener,
okay,
but I want to tell you something.
okay.
Ndị Igbo, ndị Igbo say na mmiri nwere ebe ọ na-esi agbalụ. I don't know if you understand Igbo. You say you're from Rivers State. Enwere ife melu mmiri ji wee gbalụọ. You see, if you are in Nigeria, let me tell you something. If you are here, if you spend your time here, I have been here for some time, and I know what people are passing through here. That's why I keep telling you. Today, let me give you an instance. Today in Festac, I have an office in 205 in Festac. Police stopped one man. He's carrying some, I think, some things in his bus. And when they stopped him, they said, "Where is your driver's license?" He gave them. They said, "Where is your way bill?" He gave them. They said, "Who is the owner of this goods?" He told them. They said, "We need to see the man. If we can't see this man, we are taking you to station, or you pay 20,000 for what?" So the people, what the guy did was to start fighting with the police. So if you are here and you see the kind of oppression, the kind of pains, agony people face here, you will understand that when they react, you don't need to blame their reaction. There are something who is bringing about all these negative reactions you're seeing. Somebody, I have a lot of people here. Even my younger brother, he just came out from school, 3 for second class, but no job. So what do you think?
I understand your point, actually. I'm just trying to say what Chimeze is saying. For example, that police officer that is doing this, he's an individual. And he's a
Yes.
corrupt
No,
police officer.
he's a civil servant. He's a civil. No,
He's a
don't
civil
let
servant
me
and
believe
he's
you that
corrupt.
the
And his
seven
corruption is affecting his job.
80% of Nigerian police, they are corrupt. I can give you an instance. 80% they are the system. In Festac here, for instance, I stay in Amuwo. In 80%, every day they give them the shuttle bus. They go around, catch people, seize their phones, bring to the office. They take money from them and they leave them to go. They intimidate them every day. I see them.
Yeah, there's corruption in police, and
So
there's corruption
we can't say we don't know. We know it.
yeah, there's corruption. Nobody can say there's no corruption, and there's corruption because the
In the
people
same
that become police were
in the same
already corrupt.
hospital, in the same hospital, the system changed in Nigeria. It was not like this in 80s. It was not like this in 70s, and it came up between late 80s and 90s and late 90s. It wasn't like this.
I get
Something
what you are
happened.
saying. I'm not
Even in the government hospitals. Let me tell you this. Even
back in the days, that was where you can get the best medical attentions in Nigeria. But now it is no
wait,
longer
let me
like
say
that.
something.
You blame
I get your point. Without corrupt people from corrupt families, there won't be corrupt policeman. There will be a corrupt doctor. That's what Chimeze is saying. The corruption is from the people. The corrupt people go into government institution with their corruption. And that's why we witness corrupt Nigerians, they go abroad and with their corruption. For example, here in Germany, it's always the case, for example, something that happened here recently. There's normally when the post brings you order something online and they come to your house and you are not there, normally they leave it with your neighbor and they put information in their post box that your package is with so neighbor, and this neighbor happens to be a Nigerian, and then he looked into the package and he took it for himself. You understand? And this neighbor, no, the guy that they gave the package with, he gave it to the Nigerian. He came and collected the packet. He now went and told Amazon that he did not receive the packet, whereas the person said he received it, and the thing went to court. Something that Germans do on every day. Every day, people are leaving packages with their neighbors. Everybody will be a good person, a good neighbor. They give the package to them. and it gets to a Nigerian store, he said he did not see it. Something that is on record, as they are leaving it with you, they are putting it on electronic device and it's going so play, it is with so they will look at the name on your doorbell and put it there, and you will sign with your signature that you got the package, and he's not lying that he didn't get it.
This
So
thing is
it's corrupt individuals that will go to Dubai and constitute nuisance to the point that Dubai has banned visas to Nigerians. It's the corrupt Nigerians that will go to America and do different kinds. It's not corrupt people. And even outside of those corrupt people, there are still good individuals that want to be upright. But obviously, the corrupt individuals of Nigerian extraction are too many.
My brother, let me just say one quick example. We all saw the video of this guy that works with Arise TV having a traffic issue. Am I coming out clear?
Yeah, you're coming out clear.
Now, he drove, I think, on opposite traffic or against traffic, sorry. When he was stopped, we saw how he harassed the police officer, even said it on camera that he's going to call the governor because, maybe he has the contact of the governor. The funny thing for me is this, he still kept his job with Arise TV. If it's in the UK, they will relieve him of his job.
Yeah.
Straight away. And that shows you the kind of society we have. Now, Arise TV has failed to show that, members of the organization should abide by the law. Someone was relieved, a top CEO was relieved of his job because he threatened to punch a woman on the face here in the UK. Sometimes I don't want to do this blame game, but let every Nigerian understand we all have a role to play.
Yeah, the thing is, these people have separated Nigeria from themselves. It's something there. They are not part of it. And this thing here that's why they even go as far as saying
mentioned. If you watch now, every delivery driver, they wear cameras. It happens. I don't want to even say, most black people, they receive deliveries, they deny. Even now, last time, I had a new phone. Now they will make you stretch out your hand. They take a photograph. They even have to take a photograph of my door number to show that this phone has been delivered. This was the case previously. Now I don't want to say certain things. 99% of the stolen vehicles in Europe, who are the buyers? There's a documentary, cars missing, brand new cars missing in Germany, in Canada, ending up in Lagos, in a car stand. I know people that they claim, they ship container. I don't want to say so, including power bikes. Most of the power bikes they bring back from the UK are all stolen power bikes. Come on, let's face reality.
I think that the problem is people are not making the connection. There is a reason. I think that we have kind of elevated being corrupt, being dubious, being tricking, smarting others, and we are counting it as wisdom and being sharp. So we have elevated the culture of corruption in Nigeria.
The documentary is on YouTube. This guy is an Asian guy based in, I think, in Calgary, Canada. Vehicles that were missing, all in Lagos car stand. Not to mention, in Liverpool Wharf, the other time they stopped the container. All the cars were headed to Nigeria. These are all stolen cars.
Yeah. It happened. Do you know the one that happened in Vienna? There was a diplomat.
What they sent back home is power bike. They are all stolen power bike. Because most of those power bikes they ship to Nigeria, the value price is over £100,000. Do they have money to buy it? It's not even sold on fairly used. Please, sometimes I've said this. There are corrupt white people in the UK, but there are systems in place to check. Say, for example, now my place of work, if systems are not compliant, if we break laws, the law says the CEO is liable to go to jail for 15
Larry
years.
Prince, the link is there. You can use it to join. He wants to talk with you.
People need to wake up. We've seen corrupt police officers in the US. We've seen corrupt police officers in Paris. It's not just a Nigerian thing alone. But when we try to address this issue, let's admit that we all have a role to play. You know, it's something that will take time. But at the end of the day, even let me just leave it at that.
I get your point. Like I was trying to say, there was one that happened here. He was a diplomat. He got diplomatic cards and all those things. And this guy, he went to package the car and shipped it. You're welcome, my brother. And put it, and then he went to police and said he's looking for the car. And so they were kind of looking for the car, and they decided to go to the harbor, and lo and behold, they have sealed it, about to leave, the car that this man, and he was the one that went there and did the process himself. I don't know whether it's the investigation that led them there.
Let me just say this
A diplomat, a Nigerian diplomat. So we can also see our own lawmaker, president in the UK.
May her beautiful soul continue to rest in peace, Professor Dola Kunyeli. When she was made the DG of NAFDAC, I was quite young. We also how she wants to sanitize, the Nigerian space when it comes to and privileges and stuff like that. Who were those that attempted to buy the same people? I mean, that's what you know what? I'm being emotional. I will just mute my mic and I'll just let people speak. At the end of the day, I don't want to talk anymore.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Most Law, you can have your say so before our brother Chibeze can continue.
All right. Good evening, good evening, Mr. Henry, Chimeze, Madam, and our new brother. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
What I realize is that majority of Nigerians keep saying there's poverty, but the truth of the matter is that we are yet to fully look at the cause of poverty in Nigeria. Like in 2015, I do tell people, I remember by February 2015, I applied for a loan. By April, I canceled that loan by myself. And my wife was asking me why. I said, if I should collect this loan, I'm not able to pay. He said, why? I said, Buhari has come to power. He said, but you collect before you pay. Why now? I said, because if Buhari truly worked the way he promised, there will be no money in circulation. And it may affect me in paying back the loan. Reason being that an average Nigerian live on corruption money from the top to the least. Even those that sell in the market, unfortunately, they don't know. They live on corrupt money. Example, a man stole 10 billion naira. He realized that his car is too old to change. The television is too old to change. He chose to change everything that he was using before. Why? Because there's a corrupt money in his pocket. That was how we're living our life. And I keep telling people, if a better government comes tomorrow, in the next few years, the poverty of Nigeria will increase. Why? Because to clean up the system, it will not be easy for the citizens. As at the moment, we virtually all live in corruption. I live in Nigeria. We blame the police of taking bribe. We blame the costs of taking bribe. But we that compromise and give them, we don't blame ourselves. We make ourselves look like saints. Why we blame those that collect it? The reason why you give police money is because you know you have gone against the law. In order for the law not to work against you, you bribe. Both you that give and he that take compromise. You end up blaming the police, forgetting that you yourself, you are as guilty as a policeman. Whether Mr. B, Atiku, Tinubu, Kwankwaso, whoever that become the president today, as long as the citizens are not ready, and the system, like Mr. Chimeze always say, the systems are not strong enough to fight corruption, we will all keep blaming, and blaming. There will be no solution. Because as of today, okay, for example, consumption to production, and the same people that are supporting him forget to understand that what that simply means is that he's going to stop importation so that Nigeria can produce. And these are the same. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
Yes.
right. These are the
Yeah,
same thing they claim Buhari of closing border. How is Mr. B going to achieve moving Nigeria from consumption
Huh?
to production without closing border? I
All
just
right.
want us to get prepared for tomorrow, so that when
Yeah.
it comes, it will not look as if he did not tell us before the day. Though I personally, I'm very happy to see any regime that will move Nigeria from consumption to production. Like I always tell people,
Yeah.
we are living life. A man with 4 children, leaving house early in the morning, go to restaurant and eat. Afternoon, pack all his family, go to restaurant and eat. In the night, we pack your family, go to restaurant and eat. That is how we live in Nigeria. How can we say Nigeria? Can you imagine Ukraine president insulting entire Africa with grain, ordinary grain? And I checked the population of Ukraine is just 44 million. Feeding entire Africa with grain. When Nigeria have over 200 million, we are depending on Ukraine of less than 50 million for our grain. And we keep blaming ourselves. The North will blame the South will blame the North. The truth of the matter is that we are here to tell ourselves the gospel truth. We are all
Mm.
guilty of the crime. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That is what I had wanted to tell the brother that was saying if Chimeze had been in Nigeria. We have not been in Nigeria, but don't forget that an average Nigerian family has at least 3 children, and 90% of them, only one person is in diaspora. That means that if greater portion of your family is in Nigeria, there is no difference between you and somebody that is on ground. Now, the thing I see in the whole thing is, like Blessed said, we isolate ourselves from Nigeria. There. You kind of sound like it's not part of you. I have a question. Who are Nigerian police? Who are the border officers? Who are Nigerian immigration? Who are Nigerian politicians? I have an answer to it. They are sample of Nigerian population. If the police is corrupt, the prison system is corrupt, the border is corrupt, the politicians are corrupt, simply means Nigerians are corrupt. It has nothing to do with who gets put into power. It's gonna be the same business as usual. I look at people. I may God bless Peter B. I wish him whatever. I wish him good. Honestly, I sure do. I have no power to decide who wins and who loses. But Nigerians are in for a big problem because what Peter B is proposing is exactly what the people that have been in power before has proposed. Did you work for Nigeria? No. What is the primary problem in Nigeria? The primary problem in Nigeria is that the rich is still the god of the poor. Why? Because there is no working system in place. If there is working system in place, if you are if you're from if you are from certain income bracket, government shoulder your responsibility of medical and academic bills. Government subsidize your feeding, they will subsidize even your housing if you fall within certain income bracket. How do you do that? Capture biometrics, number one. And I tell you, even the people that have been obedient with their futures today, they will resist capturing biometrics with everything in their heart, with the last breath of their heart. Why? Because it will expose their criminality. So the last thing that Nigeria want is a central biometrics where your DNA, your fingerprint will link it to what you did. Or even your IP address of your computer will be traced to your fraud, internet fraud. That is why they will fight. Even if Obi proposes fraud, the same people that are moving, assuming he wins, that are moving with obedient movement now will be the same movement against obedience. I'm telling you. So blaming it on Nigeria, is Nigeria a human being? Is Nigeria an entity? Nigeria is just an ideology. If every single country of the world is scared of you and your actions, my dear, the country is not the problem, the citizens are. Come here in America, somebody called me from a federal prison last night. He asked me about a certain person. I said, oh, I know about him. He's serving a prison term for 2019 fraud. How did they jail him? I don't want to say his name online for this thing, so they don't come with big lawsuits. If I put his name here now, just type his name on Google. You know how they jail him? They're going to say a kind of he's a serial fraudulent person. Take him back to Igbo Wike, carrying stuff from Texas to Atlanta. That was how his history started. You know when 2007 is? Then in 2016, he was busted for no matter where they steal credit card, they will send it to him using he will cash it. As if that wasn't enough. The one that sent him behind bars now is the one he did in 2019 while the 2016 investigation was ongoing. Then they had to speed up his trial and send him away. It's 2021. So why am I saying this thing? If these people are Nigerian doesn't if go Nigeria, let me quote unquote assume that Nigeria is a very big Goliath. He's troubling everybody. That Goliath, why did he follow you to America? Why did you not come to America where they have a God?
My sister, let me just come in quickly. You see, there are things I don't want to say. Now, there are major people that do cargo from Nigeria to the UK, but some greedy people almost made many lose their license. They started putting stuff. People in the UK should go and ask, why have they stopped, people bringing like cargo, dry fish? They started inserting things in it.
You see?
And these are people that go to blame the government. You can send stuff, but if there are things they don't want again. It's the same us that made them say you must grind everything and put it in a transparent bag.
Yeah.
For instance, can bring everything.
But there you go.
I mean, our brother started compromising the whole process because quick cash.
See,
now
he's
talking about the people in borders, in our seaports. If you're doing importation, there are checklists. The same importers will go and bring things that are contraband. They are the ones to even initiate the fight with the customs. If one of us just came in, he did 100%. What was this law he put in place? 100% search. Or who are the people trying to stop that? What Nigeria need is technology. Say, for example, now the UK has a board, I can't lie. They scan the containers, they see everything because one, people try to bring in illicit things. Even if you're coming in from, let's say, from Dover, you're coming in from France or wherever, you drive through, he scans your car. Even people try to contact things in their, vehicle compartment, picks it up. Even people that try to hide my. These are things in the wharf. Now, one of Passenger, Mr. I think you can remember I forgot what they call it, that they had to scan every container 100%. Who were those that were trying wolf?
The culprit.
They are not importing the right things. There are things I don't want to say.
I get it. That's why Chimeze is saying that there's a disconnect between the candidate and the movement. I get you.
Yes. The movement assumed that when he come, he is going to do total overhauling and hauling or undoing their wish. One thing that gets me worried is the fact that this movement does not consider that even if he wins, he's going to work with Congress. And that Congress are probably not going to be members of his party. So, and that whatever bill that is going to go into law, it has to go through the Congress. My concern is that if these bills are not working in their favor, what are we going to do? They say, so that person said that what they are doing today is a revolution. They are not celebrating independence, right? My concern is if the Congress is not being remote controlled like they desire, what is going to be the outcome? Are we going to say burn down our country again, or are we going to be patriotic? Because the level of unpatriotism I see, Muna check them now. Even in the law of karma, make una check them now. How can something you hate so much bless you? Or it's just your movement being your movement because you want to take power, or are you
Yeah,
initiating,
Larry, you can come on.
Thank you.
or do you want to bring anything new to the table? Let me make it clear. Let me round up and leave. First thing first, what Nigeria need, whether change of government or not, is this: put a central system in place, track every single dick and Harry living in the country, decide an income bracket that decide that, and rate them according to their poverty level. You put a system in place that will subsidize their standard of living. That way, the rich is no longer a god of the poor. So that when you see somebody that is dying, is in desperate need, and give him 20,000, he will not kneel down for you because there is a system that is paying him 20,000 every day because he can no longer work due to disability. Until such person shows up, my fellow Nigerians, you are still you going to be dealing with the same poop in different toilets. That's all I have to tell our people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Hello.
Hello, you can go on.
Okay. There's another aspect to this issue that I realize that a lot of people don't talk about. You know, the reason why you see police officers taking bribe, I don't want to defend them. What I feel is what I'm saying.
Mm.
Is the fact that their take home cannot take them home. That is the gospel truth. And
The link is there, Larry.
you see a police officer that
Click on
that,
the
rec-
link.
that receive less than 100,000 naira as salary, or receive less than 200,000 naira as salary, having up to two, three wives. Having up to two, three wives. That is two, three houses. And eventually, whatever government pays will not be enough for his home. I think there should be law in Nigeria. I don't know. That is what I see as our biggest problem. What is it called? Our population. There should be law that control how many children you can born. Because you see people having children. In fact, sometimes I live in Lagos. Sometimes someone tell me that my wife put to bed. I feel like not congratulating them again. Because I don't know, when you receive less than 200,000 and you have two children already, and you are still having more children, and tomorrow you tell people that you are poor. Who should be poor if not you? When you're having more than what you can take care of, who should be poor if not you?
Oh.
The guy told me that my uncle his uncle have 14 children, and I replied him. I said, with enough poverty. He said, why do I say so? I say, but that is the truth. I don't know your uncle. Am I lying? Why should a man have 14 children? I don't know until we
Yeah,
fix this country.
yeah.
We will
I,
keep.
I, I I like from the like. I think that's what I was going to say in another way. Not just police people, for everyone. The salary, the take home that people get for their labor is not corresponding with the cost of living. Not even
Honestly,
it doesn't even come close. So you see someone is
at all.
working as a nanny and you are paying the person 10,000 naira for a month, for the whole month. So how is that person going to be faithful and do that work and not looking for where to steal? Because that money can't even pay their transport money for the whole month. And the people are
Teachers,
working very long hours from morning till evening, and sometimes from
some
Monday to
teachers,
Sunday. No time for
some
any other
teachers
thing,
say,
and the money is not even able to pay for their living cost. And that is police, and that's soldier, and that's teacher, starvation wages. Thank you for giving me the comprehensive word. So that's at the core of
hello,
it. And out of this
madam.
starvation wages comes this culture of corruption. So you have to
Hello.
find a way to smart that starvation, that system to make it. And so from there, being tricky, being criminal becomes something that is attributed to being wise, being smart. because you are able to outsmart the system. And so an average Nigerian doesn't see a law as something that he wants to obey or he should obey. He's looking at it as like a hindrance, something he has to find a way to go around it.
Is it blessed on? Prior to 2015, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now, at least most Nigerians, we still remember the hope, the aspiration, the dream for, a Nigerian the APC brought. Now, despite Buhari,
Larry Prince, the link is here. Let me pin it so you can see. Where are you watching from? Which page?
Now, despite Buhari and APC promising so much, did that drive away corruption? No. I was in Nigeria last in 2017. And, things I see hot. A Nigerian migration officer, rather than do his job, stamp your passport, make sure you have the right thing, they are asking for hard currency. Same thing going out. Everybody is literally begging. Not they are not paid. It has become a part of them.
And then, when you are able to get some money every day, then your heart and your mind is bent on that money that you are going to get. So every day you are coming out, you are like, how much am I going to get today? It's like hustle very hard. Okay. And hustle very hard means as smart people, be mean to people, extract as much as possible for that day. So,
there's this card they need to fill because I have dual passport anyway. Even the form, to even get that white form, that paper, it took me 100 naira. That's no day. So now Buhari go come give paper for airport. How can they run out of paper? And I've always said, if no Nigerian can reason this, those in diaspora should not be dishonest. Without a system in place, we are going nowhere. Every system, every institution needs to regulate itself. You do not need the presidency to tell the customs to do their job. They have controller general of customs. They have their own system. They need to sit up.
Yeah, the only way they can sit up if they can make law and keep to the law. If someone does something that is illegal, he breaks the law, hold him accountable to the law, jail him, let there be a consequence.
2014, when Eric was still coming in, then I was a novice. I came to Nigeria. Happily, I did not even have a 500 naira on me while leaving Nigeria. Then I took Eric. I was the last person to get on the flight. They said, I go quarantine. I quarantine the goose or whatever. Because I don't get money. They were delaying me. It even took anger of the lady in the counter. I was the last person to get on Eric Air. Go sit down near toilet, person collect my seat. Now Buhari keep me for that situation. Then it was good luck error. 2016, I was in Nigeria, same issue. Now I've learned my lessons, which I'm forced. I have to have at least about 20,000 naira on me. That's how they share the naira. Huh? You see them, they say they quarantine good stuff. Quarantine, they say they don't get sick, they don't get nothing. Last time my friend came back, he had to leave everything at the airport. Just got in. He got frustrated. Most people can attest to this. Now I've learned that lesson because 2014 I had no time on me, not even pounds, not even naira, only my car. I knew I saw Grisham. Now they run. I was the first person to get on Arike.
Yeah. So I feel like we have said everything that we needed to say here in this place. First of all, happy independence. I feel like we are going to continue this conversation tomorrow because it's getting more than an hour. So we can talk about our independence because like Chineze was saying, the independence was kind of overshadowed by the obedience rally. And so that's why we are talking about the obedience rally and the Nigerian elections and the candidates instead of talking about the independence in of itself and how we have fared so far. So I think it's a conversation we are going to carry over for tomorrow. And another thing we are going to take over away from here is you cannot separate yourself from the Nigeria and say Nigeria and separate yourself from Nigerian government and say Nigerian government. because Nigerian government and Nigerian people are part of the system itself. It's interwoven, it's one of the other. So it is people of Nigeria that became Nigerian government, that became Nigerian officials, civil servants, in different places, and they are the ones that carry the corruption and take it into their places of work. And so, if we are going to deal with corruption, we are going to deal with it from the family, we are going to deal with it from the church, we are going to deal with it from the communities, and we are also going to deal with it with law enforcement. And, so the corruption is an embodiment, like the society is kind of elevating corrupt living standard as a norm, and it is not. So we have to understand that we cannot be praising corrupt practices, praising people who make money through corruption, and we know just because we feel we are not the ones affected. You understand? So I feel like it's a conversation that we definitely have to continue, and yeah, we can still talk about it in different ways. And there are many aspects to it, like our brother Moslow have said. And one of those aspects is increasing the living wages and, trying to stop the starvation wages. And like
as
our
well,
sister said, that the rich are the god of the poor, because why they have been able to establish this starvation wages, and the poor don't have even any mouth to say anything, you know.
blessed,
So I'll give you the short time to round up so we can close.
thank you so much once again. I believe a agency that works well in Nigeria now for me is the NDLA, because if people look closely, since Bameyi took over, he's doing mass arrest. Look at the airports alone. How many people trying to bring in take out things? And these are places, if they want to compromise, the officers will walk away with huge amount of money. People need to see their positions as every citizen has an office of the citizen. See it as a place of service, not as a place of enrichment. At the end of the day, the question I ask myself, what type of Nigeria do I want for my children? And people are so fond of using this guilty discussion. You don't stay there. Nigeria affects me. At the end of the day, it affects me. It affects me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. So Masla, what do you want to say to close?
Now, since we are going to meet tomorrow, I thank you for the opportunity given to us to have our view. I believe Nigeria is work in progress. But before I forget this, at the airport, at every port in Nigeria, we have scanners, but they never work. As a matter of fact, if you bring load and you ask them to scan it, that means you don't want that load to go out of that port. If you by ever mistake 100% duty, you on your own. That load will be there for long thing. You need to go through Nigerian way if you want your load to come out on time. This system, until we change it, let's stop blaming others and forget that we are the one that give out the bribe before the officers collected. If we did not give and we insist on our rights, because I still see few people, I work at the airport, I still see few people that stand on their rights. At the end of the day, they delay them a little bit, but at the end of the day, the right thing will be done. If everybody stand on their right, I believe the officers will also change. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So my sister, you can give us your closing words. Ah, okay. So I don't know, my brother, you finish what you need to say now. Brother Chimeze, yeah.
Absolutely. I don't have anything to add. I don't have anything to take out. And thank you, Moslow. At the end of the day,
Okay.
it's easy to blame the government. Everybody has the role to play. It's as simple as ABCD. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. So my people, thank you so much for being a part of this program. I really appreciate you guys. And hopefully by the special grace of God, tomorrow I will be able to do another video, and I will be able to show you the rallies and or any other videos, and to share my screen with you. So, but I'm happy that I was able to do this evening with my smartphone, and everything looked good. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your stars. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate you guys. Have a nice evening. Bye for now. Bye.